Hello again, I'm doing another video on this rebar on how to make it non-locking. Now I've already made a video on how to make this rebar non-locking, but I think I didn't do quite a good enough job of explaining what it was that I did. So this is basically just going to be a much simplified version of that, and hopefully this will be a better picture since it's actually got light in it. So essentially what I did was, you can see here, one of the locks is jammed, the other one is not. That's the goal. We want to jam the lock. You'll see there's a piece of metal underneath it, stopping the lock from engaging. Now it doesn't mean the knife just falls shut. I mean, it does still stay open, but you know, it can just be closed because that lock won't engage. So what I did was, I used a split ring, or a key ring, one of these, and I unfolded it using 2 pairs of pliers into this kind of shape, so I could, you know, push it through, and that stops the lock from closing. Now you'll see there, I need to get something to point with. You'll see through here that this area here needs to be kept clear, otherwise the tool won't open at all. So it has to go through this portion here all the way to the other side. Now you can take that out with difficulty, which is probably a good thing. That means the police won't be able to take it out on the spot if you get stopped with it. So literally all you do, or what I'm going to do to demonstrate it, is I've got this sewing needle here, open up the lock and push it through. That's now non-locking. It's as simple as that. Now the split rings are considerably thicker, so you've got to kind of force it through. This shouldn't damage the tool in any way. In fact, the reason why I've undone this is because I wanted to check that spring to make sure it wasn't losing tension, to make sure it wasn't softening or whatever. I mean, I first did this about, bare minimum, 3 months ago, and that spring there's held up fine. So I took out the split ring and tested it out, and I'm doing it again with a sewing needle to demonstrate it. So I think the best thing you could use is an unfolded split ring. Maybe a thicker sewing needle will do. The reason this sewing needle here doesn't do the job is because it can actually fall out. So, well, it's not working on camera, but it can actually fall out. Obviously you want to cut it and file it down, but that's just a demonstration on how it works. Now again, I'll show you. This knife won't lock. Of course, none of the tools will lock. So if you want to use, say, the screwdriver, you'll have to sort of put your finger there. I find this works just fine. I mean, at least this way you can carry a Leatherman Rebar legally in the UK, in theory. I mean, there's no way you could possibly engage that lock with that in there until you forcefully remove it with another set of pliers. Now, if you do use something like this, or a thin nail or whatever, it is difficult pushing something thicker than a sewing needle through there. So you might want to use some sort of clamp, such as one of these quick, what do you call them? There we go, quick grip clamps to hold it open. So really it's straightforward, but it's a bit fiddly. Anyway, that basically concludes this video. If you found this useful, give me a like, give me a comment, your thoughts on this. Do you have any better ways of doing this? Do you know of any other mods for a multi-tool or Swiss Army knife or anything to make them UK legal carry? Let me know.